Hello and welcome to ABC's Films. I'm Alex. This is Barry. It was my turn to choose a film this week, so I chose Spirited Away. It's an animated film released in 2001. It's by the famous Studio Ghibli, purveyors of the greatest animated films in recent memory, in my personal opinion. Directed by Hayao Miyazaki, who is also like one of the greatest animated film directors of all time. That's not even in question. It's also the only foreign film to have ever won the Best Animated Feature at the Oscars. So by all accounts, it's quite a special film. Now, Barry, you're not the biggest fan of anime in the world, are you?
No, I don't know why. It's just one of those genres where I find myself just zoning out and getting bored. But I always like the stories and stuff, like Grave of the Fireflies. When you showed me that, I really liked it once we got to the end. But when we were watching it, I was sort of like, oh, can't wish this would end. But then it got to the end and it was such a moment.
Anyway, I'm absolutely hoping that Barry gets spirited away by Spirited Away, so I hope you enjoy a discussion after this film.
Yes, I did leave that joke in.
It's a great joke.
I'll miss you, Chihiro. Your best friend, Rumi.
Chihiro? Chihiro, we're almost there.
Alright, that was Spirited Away, Studio Ghibli film. I really enjoyed it, even though I usually don't really enjoy Ghibli films, but this one's special, I think. There's a reason it was nominated for, or won, Best Animated Feature Picture.
It's not my favourite of their films, but I do quite like it a lot. It's probably my top 3, but my top 3, like top 5 Ghibli film changes around quite a lot.
Wait, did I take the wrong turn? This can't be right.
Look, there's our house.
Huh?
It's that blue one on the end.
Well, I've seen Princess Mononoke,
Yeah.
Grave of the Fireflies, this, and I played Ni no Kuni, but I'm not sure how involved they were in Ni no Kuni.
I don't think Hayao Miyazaki, who's the director of this one, had any input in that one, but I could be wrong about that.
Right.
Whoa, what's all this, Anna? Curse lifted, is it? Tidy! I'm free!
Princess Mononoke's weirder,
Yeah.
and Grave of the Fireflies just animated, but I wouldn't call it a kid's film.
No, it's horrifying, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's absolutely one of the... Yeah.
I mean, that I wouldn't show that to kids. Not because it's like graphic or anything like that, but I just think they'd probably get bored.
And, like, it's horrifying. The ending's it's not...
Yeah.
Well, spoiler alert. It hasn't got a happy ending.
Whereas this one has. Love saving the day.
What happened to my spell? Only love can break it.
I usually like a downer ending, but this had me really just wanting everything to come together and wanting everybody to be okay, even though I convinced myself it was going to be a bad ending. But I thought her parents were going to be dead or something.
That would be particularly shocking, really. For a film that's explicitly a kid's film as well, it's because of the colourful characters and everything.
Yeah,
it's
but
designed to appeal to...
I wouldn't think that Studio Ghibli would shy away from death.
Yeah, absolutely.
So, because at one point I thought No Face was going to be her parents.
Oh, okay.
But her parents had died. The whole pig, like, they just had already been eaten
Yeah.
as pigs.
That would have been particularly dark, I think.
Yeah.
But
Have some more. You'll be all right.
in a kid's film, you kind of do expect the emotions to be writ kind of large as well.
Yes and no.
More so, anyway.
Yeah,
Like,
definitely more so, but it needs to be done correctly. You know,
Yeah.
there are kids' films where just suddenly emotions come out of nowhere, and it's
Yeah.
like, well, this doesn't make any sense. Like, this did it right,
Yeah.
and I wanted it to
Yeah.
be more melodramatic.
It's-
Like, I wanted to cry.
Yeah.
Haku, I'll be back soon. Just hold on.
What's going on?
Something you wouldn't recognize. It's called love.
It's not like a Disney film where they fall in love and then they live happily ever after.
Yeah.
You know, it's like they're friends and they love each other, but then she's like, you'll go back with your parents now. So it's not like...
I did sort of get more of a guardian thing with him, rather than...
I think like he's a couple years older than her. Maybe
Yeah.
Well, I say a couple. He's a river, so he's probably like thousands of years old.
I mean, it made me
likely.
sort of... I was like, what? When they said they were in love.
Yeah.
Because I just thought like he was like a protector or
Yeah.
something like that, but it didn't bother me that they ended up in love.
Knit one, purl two. Knit one, purl two, knit one. That's right.
Granny, I can't remember anything at all. Haku could be dead already and I'm just sitting around here. My mom and dad could have been eaten for dinner.
The scene where she tells Haku that she knows his name and they're falling through the sky and everything, that always really gets me. Like, it's close to tears, and it's mostly because of the score in that scene as well.
Yeah.
I think the score is absolutely stunning.
It is. I love that.
It's-
Ding, 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 ding.
Yeah.
It was really cool. That's like, I can tell that's going to be in my head for a while.
I knew you were good.
What do you think of it in comparison to the kinds of animated films that are being made in the West at around the same time? So this is like 2001.
Better than.
Yeah. Like Toy Story 2 was 2000, wasn't it? I would say this is...
or 99 maybe.
Yeah, it's around about the same kind
I don't
of
think
time.
Pixar had really found their stride.
It
at that
wasn't
point.
like... It wasn't peak Pixar. I do think peak Pixar is somewhere
Better.
close to peak Ghibli.
Well, I always find... You've said this before, and we've had discussions about this before,
Yeah.
so I'm just as guilty as well, but there tends to be a... Is Pixar better or is Ghibli better? But watching now, it's just like, why can't they just be two good studios?
Yeah, no, absolutely.
Like, why do we have to
They
compare
stand
them?
they stand side by side, and obviously John Lasseter knows Hayao Miyazaki quite well. And
Yeah.
they're friends and everything.
I think so long as Pixar can keep making Inside Out and
Yeah.
Up and Finding Nemo, and these guys can keep making Spirited Away and Princess Mononoke,
Yeah.
and fuck anybody who's like this one's better or that
Yeah.
one's better. They're completely different.
You know, because I love like Ratatouille, for instance, just as much as I love Spirited Away.
Yeah.
Ratatouille like speaks to me quite a lot.
Yeah, I mean,
So-
they're kids films that are above
Yeah,
the usual standard for kids films.
genuine works of art.
Yeah.
Come on, Chihiro. Let's get to our new home.
And that was Spirited Away. The movie has really changed my opinion of Studio Ghibli movies and anime films. It's like a warm, fuzzy film. I definitely recommend that you check it out and show it to your kids. It's just fun and great. It's not very taxing at all. It's just a fun watch.
It's beautiful. I
Yeah.
love it. Absolutely great film.
Yeah. And our next episode will be a horror creep show. So we like to keep it balanced.
There's a lot of variety on this channel.
Yeah. See ya.
Something for everyone. Bye-bye.
Every night I bring her Frankfurt sandwiches, Frankfurt sandwiches. Oh, my baby loves those Frankfurt sandwiches, Frankfurt sandwiches. I try to win her with candy, ice cream and custard. But how she likes hot dogs with mustard.
There's the scene where she is riding on top of him. Fuck's sake. Right, let's do that again. I'm gonna say it again without laughing because that's what she's doing. So I'm not gonna dance around it. The scene where she's riding Haku and she says, "Oh, I remember your name," and then say my name, bitch. Right, let's do it again. The scene where she tells Haku that she remembers his name and they start, for fuck's sake.
Sorry, hold on, let me have a drink.
The scene where she's...
He's a dragon.
Yeah.
And she's holding on and she says his name.
It's because she's riding him as she says his name. That's what.
Okay, hold on.